Hey everybody. So, Nolan from Lightning Review. We've got Pittsburgh Penguins 4, Tampa Bay Lightning 2. You got goalie gold. Now, this would be painful if it wasn't so hilarious, but the Lightning have found a way to lose their third straight game after playing probably their best first period that anyone could hope for. They lost the lead in the second, they fell behind in the third, then with the goalie pulled, they surrendered what is at the same time the most awesome and most ignominious feat in all of sports. Tristan Jarry, the Pittsburgh goalie, scored into the Lightning's open net. If it had been any other Penguins player to put in that easy goal, it would have just been sad that the Lightning were leaving another rink with another loss. But the fact that it was a goalie goal makes it so much more ridiculous. Now, the painful fact is that the Lightning were in the position to allow an empty net goal in the first place because they really did play a fantastic first period. They took the 2-0 lead. They spent a good chunk of the period in the Pittsburgh end, pushing, cycling, getting shots on Jarry, and applying pressure until they scored two. Stamkos first at even strength, and then Tanner Jeannot at the end of the power play. A second unit power play goal. That's a rare beauty in this for this team. Fantastic. Now, every time that the Lightning play a really fantastic first period, they always interview one of the players during the intermission, and they always say the same thing. We've got to keep playing the same way. We've got to keep doing the same thing. But what that doesn't really account for is the fact that the other team is saying, we can't play the same way. We've got to do something different. And as a result, the Lightning go out, try to do the same thing, and it doesn't work because the other team has made adjustments. So are we going to keep doing this? Are we going to keep doing the same thing? Because the Lightning didn't get the second period that they wanted after that first. It did not go the same way. They did not have those extended stretches in the offensive zone. The Penguins were driving the play in the second period. And when the Lightning made little gaffes, as they keep saying over and over, whenever they make a little gaffe, boom, it's in the other end. Well, when you give those little gaffes to Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin, they're going to end up in your net. So the Penguin Stars were able to exploit little errors for goals. Now, with the first two goals, the Penguins' goals in the second period, both of those came off of turnovers basically from Nikita Kucherov. The first time he tries a little dance at the Penguins' blue line, it goes the other way. Sidney Crosby gets a breakaway. The second time he tries a no-look pass to Nick Perbix, and Perbix isn't ready for it. He fumbles it, and off goes Geno Malkin with it. Okay. Lightning legend Wendell Clark was on Toronto radio for the other night, and for some reason he spent the entire time talking about the Leafs. But he mentioned when he used to play with Doug Gilmour that if he was out there with Gilmour and Gilmour tried something ridiculous and fantastic, often they would score. But if they didn't, often the other team would get a fantastic chance out of it. Now, when a line like that, a Gilmour, or today a Kucherov, they try something fancy and it doesn't work and it goes the other way, it ends up in the other team's net, you can't really do anything about it. You can't say, you screwed up, Nikita, you sit down, because he's driving your offense. He assisted on both Lightning goals. He assists on most of the Lightning goals. You can't punish a player like that when he makes a mistake. You just have to keep throwing him out there. But it just keeps going on that every time that there's a mistake, there's a goal. So what can you do? Well, I think what they have to do is figure out a way to make those fantastic first periods last a full 60 minutes. This team is, ever since the start of this season, they've had a fantastic first period, bad second. A fantastic second period, bad third. Bad first and second, fantastic third. It's not adding up to that many wins because you're not putting together a full game. You've got to go Dr. Frankenstein and stitch together a full 60 minutes. Can they do that? Well, sometimes, not consistently so far. Are they going to do it Saturday night against the Dallas Stars? Let's see. We'll find out after. Hit the subscribe button and I'll see you soon. Go Bolts.